Hey all, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and I'm out here in not so sunny California today with Kepler the trail dog. And today I'm taking a first look at the Nike Pegasus Trail 3. So many of you who already follow the Trail and Kale blog, Instagram and YouTube will know how much I loved the Nike Pegasus 36 Trail. Then last year it got replaced by the Pegasus Trail 2. That shoe just wasn't as good on so many levels. The design was completely refreshed, and so now we have the Pegasus Trail 3. So you can see Nike has obviously gone back to the style of a Pegasus 36 Trail, thank goodness. But in this first test, or first look, I'm gonna go over a few things that I've noticed so far and throughout this test trail run. And I just want to let you guys know, I know there's a lot of you who want to know my thoughts on this new Pegasus Trail shoe, and many of you are looking to buy them as well, so I want to give you an update of how these compare with the Pegasus 36 Trail and the Pegasus Trail 2, and generally as a trail running shoe. So stay tuned, enjoy the trail run and enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing I noticed when putting these shoes on and the first 100 meters of running is that they are now using React foam. So yes, the Pegasus Trail 2 was using React as well. The Pegasus 36 Trail was using Zoom. So these shoes are much plushier, so they're much softer underfoot. So for anyone who needs that extra protection and cushioning on those long runs or hard rocky surfaces, then these are awesome and an improvement over the Pegasus 36 Trail. Okay, so now that we are both hydrated, might look a bit gloomy here, but it's actually quite warm, about 19 degrees C. So can't forget the water, especially for our dog Kepler, who's a border collie. And remember, dogs need more water than humans whilst running, so always feed your dog water before yourself. Okay, so I talked about the midsole briefly being more cushy. Now, let's quickly look at the outsole. Oh, it's covered in mud. You might not be able to see, but actually the lugs are a bit deeper than the Pegasus 36 Trail, and very similar to the Trail 2. So the grip is great as well. Let's quickly talk about the tongue. What's going on with this tongue? So hopefully you can see this. The tongue kind of looks a bit like an old school tongue. Not much kind of advanced tech going into that tongue, and it's a little bit thick for my liking, and you can very subtly feel this section here. If I was designing this tongue, I would taper it off so there's not as much kind of material between this part of the upper and your leg. So, you know, I'd like to see that tapered off so it's not quite as thick on the edges. It does give some nice padding here, however, from the laces, and it secures your feet nicely. These kind of fly loop type things don't have much stretch in them, like the Pegasus 36 Trail did. It's nice to have some stretch there, because when your feet do expand, it's nice to have the upper expand with your feet to keep that comfort whilst you're running in hot temperatures. Okay, let's get back for our run. Oh, you can really feel that cushion midsole coming to play on the downhills. There's plenty in the heel as well, so these are really good on fast, hard sections going downhill. On a note, when running uphill, the shoes are a little bit heavier than the Pegasus 36 Trail. I'll have to check how they compare with the Trail 2. Probably quite similar. But that means they're not quite as good on the uphills, just because you're carrying that extra weight. Let's take a quick look at the upper then. So it's very similar to the Pegasus 36 Trail, but also there's a lot of Pegasus Trail 2 in there. You've got this minimal front bumper that wraps around the toe box, which is really nice. Similar upper, similar thickness. It's very comfortable as well inside the shoe. It does feel a little thicker somehow. It doesn't feel quite as breathable to the Pegasus Trail 2 or the 36 Trail in that matter. That pretty much covers the shoe. I believe there's an 8mm drop in these as well, from heel to toe. And I think the shoes look awesome. Kind of a little hybrid between the Pegasus 36 Trail and Pegasus Trail 2. Leaning more towards the Pegasus 36 Trail in my opinion. I mean, the design looks so similar. It doesn't have the heel section that kind of goes up and holds your Achilles in, which I really like, by the way. I'd like to see that come back. But overall, it's a win, and it's the closest thing to the Pegasus 36 Trail yet, so very happy about that. Let us know in the comments what you think about these shoes, how they look, if you're going to be buying them, and if you've been waiting for them as well. I want to know all your comments about the Nike Pegasus Trail range. See you later.